Overthinking doesn't always look like panic. Sometimes it looks like lying quietly in bed, replaying one conversation again and again. Sometimes it looks like wondering why someone suddenly became distant. Sometimes it is imagining every possible thing that could go wrong tomorrow. Sometimes it is remembering something you said years ago and suddenly feeling embarrassed all over again. And sometimes nothing is actually happening, but your mind keeps creating situations that haven't happened yet. This is what makes overthinking so exhausting. Your body may be sitting still, but your mind is running. You replay the past, you predict the future, you question the present, and somewhere between all three, you forget to actually live the moment you are in. The difficult part is that overthinking often feels like you are solving a problem. You tell yourself, I am just trying to understand, I am just being careful, I am trying to figure out what I should do. Maybe if I think about it one more time, I will finally have the answer. But sometimes thinking more doesn't create an answer, it only creates more questions. It can feel like an attempt to gain control or certainty while actually increasing distress. Thinking is not the problem. Thinking can help you learn. Thinking can help you plan. Thinking can help you solve problems. The problem begins when thinking becomes a circle. You think about the same thing without reaching a decision, without taking useful action, and without allowing your mind to rest. You keep asking, what if? What if I had something different? What if they misunderstood me? What if I fail? What if they leave? What if something goes wrong? What if tomorrow isn't better? And the mind keeps answering one question with another. That is how a small thought can become an entire night of worry. But here is something you can remind yourself of. Not every thought deserves an answer. Some thoughts simply need to be noticed and allowed to pass. You don't have to investigate every thought your mind produces. Your mind will create possibilities. That doesn't mean those possibilities are reality. If you think something bad is going to happen, pause. Ask yourself, do I know this or am I afraid of this? That one question can create distance between you and the thought. Because there is a difference between a fact and a fear. A fact is something you can observe, a fear is something your mind is just predicting. And when we confuse the two, we can suffer from something that has not even happened. So instead of saying everyone is against me, ask what evidence do I actually have? Instead of I am definitely going to fail, ask what makes me certain? Instead of they didn't reply because they are angry with me, ask what are the other possibilities to reason all these things. You don't have to force yourself to think positively. You simply need to learn to think more fairly, because sometimes the goal isn't to replace every negative thought with a happy thought. The goal is to stop treating every negative thought as the truth. And then there is another important question. Can I do something about this? If the answer is yes, do something small, make the call, write the message, prepare for tomorrow, make the decision, ask the question, take the first step. Action often gives the mind something that endless thinking cannot, direction. But what if cannot do anything right now? Then worrying about it for another 3 hours won't solve the problem. Isn't it? You may need to accept that the answer has to wait. And this is where worry time can help. Instead of allowing your mind to worry all day, write your thought down and tell yourself, I will think about this later. Set aside a short period, around 10 to 15 minutes, to look at those worries properly. You may discover that some of them don't even feel important anymore. And for the ones that do matter, you can decide what action is actually possible. This doesn't mean ignoring your problems. It means refusing to let your problems occupy every minute of your day. Another thing overthinkers often struggle with is the past. You remember something you said, something you did, someone you hurt too, a decision you wish you had made differently, and you keep going back as if your mind could somehow travel into yesterday and change it. But you cannot edit the past by replaying it, right? You can only learn from it. So instead of asking, why did I do that? Ask, what can I learn from that? Instead of, why didn't I see it earlier? Ask, what do I see now that I didn't see then? Instead of punishing yourself for who you are, use what you have learned to become someone wiser. Okay? And by this time, tomorrow arrives. You have already exhausted from living through a future that never happened. Remember, a possibility is not a prediction, and a prediction is not a fact. You don't have to solve tomorrow tonight. Tomorrow will give you information that you don't have today. So let tomorrow arrive before you start fighting it. And if you're someone who constantly worries about what other people think, remember this: you cannot control someone's opinion of you. You can explain yourself perfectly and someone may still misunderstand you. You can be kind and someone may dislike you. You can do your best and someone may still criticize you. If your peace depends on everyone understanding you correctly, you've handed your peace to other people. And then stop explaining. Another trap is trying to find certainty before making any decision. You wait for the perfect answer, the perfect sign, the perfect feeling, the perfect moment, but life rarely gives us that complete certainty. And if you're overthinking because you're afraid of making the wrong choice, remember, a wrong decision can often teach you something, but endless indecisions can keep you standing in exactly the same place. Focus there. Not everywhere, and sometimes the best thing you can do for an overactive mind is something very simple. Come back to the present. Look around you. Notice what you can see. Notice what you can hear. Notice your breathing. Feel your feet on the ground. Put your phone away for a few minutes. Take a walk. Talk to someone you trust. Do something that requires your attention. Grounding and shifting attention toward the present can help interrupt cycles of repetitive worry. You don't have to win an argument with your mind, you simply have to stop feeding every thought. Let a thought come, notice it, ask whether it needs action. If it does, act. If it doesn't, let it pass. So tonight, if your mind starts replaying everything again, don't fight it, don't panic because you are thinking. Simply pause, take a breath and ask yourself, is there something I can do about this right now? If yes, do that one thing. If no, give yourself permission to put it down for tonight. You don't have to understand every delay, every rejection. You just need to stop believing every thought. Take a breath, come back to the present. Tomorrow can wait.